Good morning or evening, friends. I hope everybody's doing just fine out there. This is JP with Wise Guys Gaming, and I want to show just a little bit of things that I found while playing Dolores in Street Fighter 5. Street Fighter. Good lord, I am way off. In King of Fighters 15, the beta. Now, Dolores is one of my favorite characters. I think I like her and Chris as far as new characters. They're a lot of fun to play. They have a lot of really neat moves that can make you feel really good about your life if you get them to work properly. I didn't get it to work properly. Let's get it to work properly. I'm not going to. Anyway, let's get into some of these things. This is going to be a relatively short video. This is not to give you a full breakdown of the character. This is simply to give you a couple of tips that you can take with you as you play the game. Particularly the beta that's out. These things are subject to change because this is a beta, test, demo, whatever. It's all the same to me. But it's interesting. It's always that interesting, but it's always good to note that these things can change. And you have to keep that in mind. So when the full release of the game comes out, don't be afraid to take your character training mode. Make sure that they do what you think they should. So, first thing we want to talk about is Burge. Burge is one of my favorite new moves in the game. It has multiple functions, and it looks like this. Get fall on block. Up, too close. That first one was light version, this is the heavy version, and this is the EX version. Now, light version does not hit from start. Medium version does. Also, as you might imagine, EX version hits from start as well. You're not going to have many opportunities to do that. From what I've played mostly, when people start, they start off by doing something like this, or like this. By the way, respect to this backdash, boy. It kind of makes you feel like she's a keep away character, which with all of her specials, you kind of get that sense anyway. You can constantly keep your opponent in flux. You got a lot of different ways to do it, but you can also bring them closer to you. So, that doesn't really matter. We're talking about the Burge. Now, the thing with the Burge is simply this. It is, let's make my opponent block. Still effective when your opponent is stand blocking. All versions still effective when your opponent is stand blocking. However, if we go to crouch block, what you can see is this is the EX version. It is not hitting, but the light version and the heavy version still hit. Now, this is why that's important. If you have a block string that you think you can get going, as you see, you're not going to get a lot from it. Because this is a block. There's not a lot you can do there. However, you have something else that is going to push your opponent back, but not keep them in total block string. You can still throw this out if they're still holding down block to get the grab damage. So this is her target combo, which is heavy kick, heavy kick, heavy punch. And if you do heavy kick, heavy punch into heavy Burge, you will get the grab. But it's the only version that gets that grab. Light doesn't do it, and EX doesn't do it. Because what we will find is EX has a slightly different property. This is a stand guard. Can't do anything to him. Still got him. Still got him. And still got him. So what that lets us know is this. The light and heavy one acts as a grab, and the EX version actually hits, but it hits low. So that becomes important because now my opponent is guarding, and I might want to do something that is a true block string. This will hit low. You dig what I'm saying? Doesn't hit. Doesn't hit. And all of a sudden I got some combo potential. Now this is important because this move actually opens up some options for offense. Because if I'm doing this, oops, come on, I'm not getting all the options I want, but I can do this to open my opponent up, deal some extra damage, which might make them start blocking low, and if they block low, you can come in with this attack. So, the two different strings for this pressure are heavy punch into, try to get the names of this right, Hilzuni, which is her forward light punch. So, with that, it's going to be a block. Block string, can't get a hit. Can't get the hit, see? However, same thing with a little bit of meter. All of a sudden I can hit. You can do some really silly stuff, by the way, because Burge can combo into some damage. Or into super. So you can do something like this. Oops. Ta-da! With some pretty good damage. And if your opponent instead is gonna block low, you can come in with this, which is her target combo, heavy kick into light, or heavy kick into heavy punch, and then go into heavy Burge. And you still get some really good damage off this. So, Burge is a good move. It's important to kind of note the properties of it so you can understand when to use it and how you want to use it to best affect the opening of your opponent's defense. Second thing I want to talk about is her target combo. It's got to be close, okay? And then it's going to be heavy punch, remember, heavy kick, heavy punch. Boom, boom. Now, as you see, this knocks your opponent away, but you can add some stuff to get some extra damage. You have some options. You can even get a little fancy with it and add in the Qatar Khalifi. No, I'm sorry, Kafas Khalifi. There's Kafas Khalifi with the kicks and Kafas Kabul with the punches. I'm gonna mess that up, sorry. So we have light Kafas Khalifi to bring your opponent back. And then we're going to go into Nesh. Is it Nesh? Yes. Nesh. We're going to go into Nesh to catch your opponent in the air and deal some extra damage. Ta-da! That is 293 damage. For, that's for comparison. That does 200 damage, right? You're getting 200 damage with meter, and you're getting 293. That's 185, but 293 without it. So it's good to note. Also, it's good to note that Nesh does allow you to get in your super combo. I've been messing this up all day. Please forgive me if I mess this up. Oops. Already messing up. Let's try this. Oops. Dadgummit. I'm not gonna get this to work. I'm not gonna get this to work, but you can combo right there. I'm not gonna fight this. I'm just gonna input the combo there. But there's multiple combos that you can do from Nesh. It's also important that you can get Kafas Kabul into EX and still get that same combo off the target combo. Oops. Or you can actually do EX Nesh. Does a little more damage. So, oops. If I can hit my combos, I can't. That does 344 with EX. To 334. So you're not dealing much more damage, but I mean it's a little bit. If it's gonna be the difference between life and death, you might want to try it. See if it's easier to combo off that. Still gonna mess that up. Okay. Either way, that's good to note. That off this, you can get some pretty good damage off of her target combo, but it's really good for juggling your opponent into some nice things. It is also good to note that this target combo for me is best ended or best used in ending your max mode combos. So if I were to walk in on them and get a good hit, we could go quick, easy damage off of the max mode. This becomes important if you get this linker here, which is, I think I already have the name of it, Hilzuni. So I can do Hilzuni off of heavies, but very likely you're not going to be getting hits off heavies, you're going to get off lights. So I can do it off of my standing knee here and get into Hilzuni and still have the same effect. Well, I missed the last part, but you get it. So this is a good starting combo for me. And you can do that into the Hilzuni, which means you can do that into max mode. Some pretty good damage right there off of a nice little combo. But if you can get the heavy, of course, get the heavy. Then you can go. Look at the damage! Look at the damage! Now that's a lot of meter for that. Also, it's important to remember that if you are doing your, if you are in max mode, your level 1s do not cost meter. Oh, that's right. Ta-da! Good time to do that. Fuck can. So, that's just a couple of tips to hopefully get you started with the character. There's still a lot of fun things to delve into. I think she's really neat. I enjoy playing her quite a bit, and I look forward to seeing what's going on. I'll add some stuff here at the end for the combos that I tried and failed. I promise you I've been working on this all day. You've seen at least one combo, but I've been working on this all day. I've got a couple of things that work out. So I'm really interested, I'm more excited now playing her and playing Chris. I'm more excited now for for King of Fighters 15 than I have been before. Really can't wait to get my hands on Jessica and Blue Mary and all them. But Dolores may make her way into it. Either way, there'll be a couple of combos at the end. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you. Feel free to come back next time. We'll check you out then. Peace out!
Let's go! やってやろうじゃねえの。これが力を運命は収束する。Let's go! 釘行くぜ。大地よ。パパさん、力を。運命は収束する。Let's go! ってやろうじゃねえの。
行くわよパパさん覚えなさい。運命は収束する。
こっから反撃いくぞ。
行くわよパパさん覚え